it's like we have to talk about what what is the thing? We had to understand what theodicy is, like understanding terms. That's it. And like who said what and what like uh let me give you an
What's the
example.
Odyssey?
Theodicy is like why does God allow suffering?
Oh,
Yeah. We have to understand that concept. Dude, I freaking wrote a 15-page paper on it last semester in Theo 2 and I
literally,
got an
that is
A.
like
I got a
that has
freaking
been
A.
what's his face? Alex O'Connor's one question for the last 2 years.
Who's Alex O'Connor?
He's an cosmic skeptic.
Oh, I know who that is. Dude, I freaking love him. Like he is my favorite atheist to
He's the
listen to.
yeah, he's the best atheist.
He's
He's so respectful, like,
yeah, and dude,
and he is intelligent, like,
him talking to
for sure.
Cliff, like him winning the
Yeah,
argument with Cliff was incredible. I was so surprised. And like the questions that he was asking, dude, I saved one of his things. Um it was such a great argument. I freaking
yeah. I took a screenshot and sent it because someone was asking what I was doing. I took a screenshot
dude,
and
my keyboard
of the
broke.
video, and it
Oh my
was
god.
uh the like
Oh
worst
crap.
angle of him ever.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think so. I like a lot of philosophy, and I really enjoy like the type of stuff that he has to say. Because like it lines up with a lot of philosophy, right? A lot of atheistic philosophy, and I really enjoy hearing like intelligent people uh talk about oh crap talk about religion like in a negative way because it helps me to understand what I need to study and what I want to study as well. Um like Alex O'Connor cuz like there's people that I don't really think have a good grasp on crap. Have a good
Yeah, that
grasp on the
right.
understanding of religion, especially atheists, because that it's all mostly like uh stuff like church hurt and deconstruction, but from a from an emotional standpoint. His is from a completely intellectual standpoint, and I freaking love it. It makes his argument so much clearer, so much better to understand and listen to as well. And like you want to hear more from what he has to say, unlike some
Yeah,
others. Like I
yeah,
want to listen to him as a theologian and as a philosopher because he's so intelligent and because like it challenges my beliefs a lot more. And especially with the questions that he's asking, which no one else is. I think I'm awkward. Oh, nice shot. I think it's very
uh,
important to examine that.
yeah. I was watching his um one atheist against 20 Christians Jubilee.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I
Uh,
wanna watch that.
yeah. His first thing was his I guess claim was that he believes suffering makes God's existence less likely, not
Okay.
unlikely, but just less likely. And he's not
Is he
basically
agnostic or is he atheist?
he's atheist.
Okay.
Like he's gone as far to say that like he thinks math is man-made, not like the just the language. Like he'll say if there aren't any humans on Earth, 1 plus 1 isn't equal to 2. Because there is no concept of what one is. There's no being to conceptualize what one is.
Okay.
Um, but that's a different. That was with Frank Turek. And he was like way younger then, so I don't know if he still thinks that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't think I would necessarily believe that even if I was atheist, because there is a concept of zero, obviously. So there
uh,
obviously has to be a concept of other numbers, including one. Well, just based off your description of what it is, like obviously.
but but back to what he wasn't claiming that all suffering makes God's existence less likely, because he admits that, like, yes, he can see how some suffering can bring about greater good, for example. But he thinks that, for example, animal suffering is too immense for there to be any actual purpose in it.
Oh.
Uh, like he thinks there's too much animal suffering, and he's like, I don't know if he's like vegan or something, but he like hones in on that
Mm,
all the time. I'm like, dude, I don't even care about animals, like,
yeah.
but but then like he'll also say like, then he'll bring up like, I don't know, but I was thinking he's basically attacking omnibenevolence.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm like, all right, well, omnibenevolence means all loving, right? What is love? Because if you're having a subjective definition of love, then you can't attribute it to God.
What does he think about the
So,
art? Do you know if he thinks about the argument of like moral relativism or
well, and specifically with suffering, he actually completely separates it from morality. He says, "Oh no, suffering isn't bad. It's just non-desirable."
okay, so
Um,
that doesn't make any sense.
like that. If you go watch it, that's what he's gonna say. Because someone brings up what he thinks about like suffering in the moral standpoint. And he's like, "Oh, I think morality is something for uh theology and stuff." But he tries to
Really?
separate. Yeah,
No way.
like he's trying to separate it from
So,
suffering from morality, because he knows how strong the moral argument is. He's admitted that before
yeah.
in like his top 10 Christian arguments by strength or whatever. Uh, but yeah. But
Oh, I was gonna.
they have like Mormons there. They have in that 20, the 20 Christians.
Yeah.
They have some Mormon.
Oh,
I don't think they
oh,
have any JWs, but
good. Do they have
but
Catholics?
yeah, they do.
Good.
Uh Actually, one of my favorite like Catholic, I guess, apologists that I've seen. Well, I don't agree with most of him or most of what he believes. He is very intelligent. Uh, he actually like tried to get onto that video, but he had, and they asked for like, oops, my bad.
Well, I was trying.
Uh, they had asked for any like examples of why he would be a good person to debate.
That would have been great.
And he sent in a video of him debating Alex O'Connor, but it didn't. He didn't know, like, it didn't say who the atheist was gonna be, so he didn't know that. That's why
That's
they didn't
funny.
let him. Uh, I don't know really why. I don't know if that's the real reason they didn't let him, because they've had people on there that have met each other before, like when Charlie Kirk did it and stuff.
Yeah. I didn't really like the Charlie Kirk one
I
all
didn't
that
like that one
much.
either. I mean, like, I mostly just didn't like the atheists. They were so. One of them was so rude.
I didn't like either side, honestly. I don't I mean, I just don't really like Charlie
Charlie
Kirk.
Kirk isn't my favorite, but like he does
Oh, what a
let it
save!
stay. He does make good points. Like
There's only like a couple things I agree with him on. Not, I don't. The majority of which I don't really care.
as a college student, I do agree with him on a lot of college.
I
When
don't
he's
agree
like,
that college is useless, though.
yeah, I don't
I
think it's usually because obviously you need to go to college if you want to be a med student or
well, I think even stuff like community college is worth it. I just bumped you into that. Uh,
yeah.
like just having an education, I think, is very important. But that's coming from me, who is an academic and will be an academic for my entire life. So I could see a layman's perspective on why college isn't
And he
important.
said he went to community college and dropped out.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm surprised Michael didn't drop out.
your
Like,
friend Michael
yeah. Uh,
or from Vsauce?
I want to know like what degree he has.
Vsauce?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't have an degree.
I would. He's very
What do you
intelligent.
think Veritasium has?
Oh my gosh, no shot. Oh, that would have been so cool. I have no idea. I don't know who you're talking about.
He does like a lot of like he'll interview a lot of physicists and stuff
That would have been
uh
so cool,
and
dude.
mathematicians.
If I would have been ready for that ball coming towards me, I would have jumped.
I have no boost. I can't think of what he kind of looks like Mark Rober.
Mm,
Uh,
I
but
don't
like
know who that is either.
just better hair. You don't know who Mark Rober is?
No.
The only videos I ever see of Veritasium is math, physics, and astronomy. Nice shot.
Dude, we were locked in on that one.
Yeah.
I might honestly just post this to a different account. This conversation.
Yeah. I don't really. I watched like half of the thing, but when I was coming up with my response to that exact thing, I only had watched that thing or
Which
that
one?
the suffering.
Oh,
Because I had told one of the kids at youth, I'm like, oh, come up with a response to this.
yeah.
Uh,
I think that more churches and like youth groups and stuff should explore like the
the things of the
personal
faith.
definition of stuff like that. Oh my gosh. If I didn't jump, I would have had a better shot at that.
Go for it.
So, like, oh my gosh. Get off me, dude.
You miss.
Oh, he almost double tapped that in.
I have no boost.
What do you think about like other things in that vein? Like
In the vein of suffering, or
yeah.
uh,
Oh, nice shot. I
that's
went
a
for boost. I didn't realize.
like. What do you mean other things?
Like how do you believe in that? Like what does that
I
mean to
mean,
you?
like I know, like Romans 18, for I consider that the sufferings of this world are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us. So you could go that route as saying, all right, even though I might not know why these sufferings occur in this world, I know that the glory of God is better.
Okay. So,
So, or I could go the route of like, Okay, Job, for example. Job had a lot. His suffering could have been prevented very easily. And while you might say, oh, it was for greater good because he got more than he lost, well, no, he got that because of his faith. And before you say that his faith was a product of his suffering, no, it says that he had the faith beforehand. So obviously, his suffering could have easily just been prevented.
Yeah.
Uh,
So when I think of suffering the most, I think of people like actual theologians who have gone through it, such as Dietrich Bonhoeffer and C.S. Lewis, right? C.S. Lewis wrote a whole book on grief, and I
C.S.
think,
Lewis served in the army, right?
yeah, but his book on grief wasn't about that. It was about his wife dying,
I
and
didn't know that.
I think it's one of the most beautiful written things about grief, how it is something that everyone goes through, but something that is not really preventable. Oh my gosh, nice shot. Um, and it's my favorite book of all time. I usually have it on my desk here, but I don't know where it is right now. Um, and it's not even him talking about it on an intellectual standpoint. It's about him going through it. Like he's in the midst of grief as he's writing this, and it's a journal that he's writing that one of his publishers just published. Um, and in it
After he
he's
died? Is he dead?
uh yeah, he's been dead for a long time.
I didn't know.
He served in World War I. Was it World War I or World War II? It
What's
might
that?
have been World War II. Because I think it was 39. But he was talking about how like this was the first week after his wife died. He was in a lot of pain, and he tells
What did she die of?
she died of cancer, but he knew that going into the marriage, like that she was going to die. But he talks about how it was still really hard for him, and uh, and how like the ghost of the ghost
Wait, wait.
of her past, or the ghost of her in his mind is like still there. Um, wow. But
Yeah.
he also talks about how it feels like God's failed him, and how every single thing that happened in the span of a month with him and his wife and his grieving, how it was either how his questions weren't if God exists, but if God is this cruel and this awful, right? Uh, basically, like,
Yeah.
basically just asking, like,
I can't get that.
if this pain is so hard, why can't I feel God at all? And why is it when it feels like I don't need him, like when I'm happy, he's supposedly there, but or I feel him more, and when I'm in desperate need of him in utter pain, why does he feel so far away and like MIA
I'm awkward.
completely?
Yeah, I can't get that. I can get that though. Close.
Um and it's just
So what's
incredible.
his answer?
He doesn't have an answer because this is like a process that he's going through. Um but he ends the book on the note like, well,
So he was an atheist before, right?
yeah,
Open that.
I have no boost for that. He ends the book talking
Oh,
about
it's
how even though he was in pain, and even because the book takes place over a month, it's 4 chapters, each written a week apart. Um, and it's just him like debating his grief, just writing down all of his feelings, right? And
yeah.
he comes to the point of, oh, well, I know that my wife is happy, and her last words were that of joy, getting to die and going to be with someone uh in a new state, right? And I could see the peace on her, and I know that it's better for her to die, but it was still worse off for me, right?
Go, go, go.
Um there's no way I miss that.
What a save. Yeah, who's the other guy that you said? Or girl, I don't know.
Dietrich Bonhoeffer. He's a theologian from Germany, right? Um he was imprisoned most of the time of his writings, but he writes in his book The Cost of Discipleship what suffering means to people and what it means to the Christian faith. Like he was literally in prison the entire time he was writing this because of his faith, right? Uh
Modern day Paul.
yeah. And uh throughout this he's just praising God. He's not even like complaining about the state he's in. He's just saying, "Oh yeah, this is what it takes." And it's more of an appreciation that he has for it rather than a description and a point of view. Um it's more so just like a thing that has to happen for him. And he knows that, and he's still grateful, right? Because in this moment he's still continuing the fight for God, but he's also writing to people, like, and they're the things are that he's doing are letters. So he is pretty much a modern day Paul, and he's genuinely one of my favorite theologians because he's so intellectually superior to every other one I've ever read, um, including in his work for um, like his talk about creation, right? He wrote 30
Yeah.
pages on creation, and I think in his book Ethics, right? And I think that that is the best 30 pages of any book I've ever read in my entire life. Like, I was sitting there in awe of how much like I I wanted to continue reading it, right? It was just amazing. Um there's
You
not
play
really
comp?
yeah.
Next to the main menu.
There's not really
Uh,
words I can use to describe how like intense my brain was like expanding. This was like my first theology book I ever read too, which was a mistake. I agree. Um, but the the contents of it have stuck with me since I read it. Like he talked about the creation of Adam better than anyone I've ever read, in more detail and more like symbolism as well. He was like putting all these points together on how that and philosophy go together, which was terrible for my newly high school graduated brain, but amazing for the long run. All right. Like by the end of it, I was crying from how much how much information I had gotten in the span of like 2 hours, which was more than any class I've ever had too. It's the amount of information you get in that book is incredible, and I think any aspiring apologist, aspiring Christian philosopher or theologian should read
go
it.
for it. It's in. The Bully Busters.
I just bought a new C.S. Lewis book as well, where he goes more in depth into the theodicy point of view with the problem of pain. That's the title of the book. And I've yet to read it, but I've heard it's very good. Um, but he also there's some things that I think C.S. Lewis is a little iffy, like with his beliefs on, like his belief about hell, right? Which is like hell is a multiplier of what we are and act like in on earth, right? So it's basically like if you're a Christian, you're going to go Super Saiyan after you die. And instead of like power, it's going to be either your goodness or your evilness, right? Um and he's kind of going off of Paul's point about like striving for perfection even though you'll never attain it. Into like, yeah, so if we try and act perfect as much as we can, and uh even though we'll never receive it, we one day will, because that act of wanting to become perfect will
Go, 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 go.
I got hit.
Oh.
Will grow into something better, right?
Go, 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 go.
They're finally they're both in goal. I'll go kill him. He's pushing his friend.
What the heck? How did I not flick that? Of course he missed. The one time he misses. I'm really awkward. Listen.
And we also have this point that everybody keeps going over in one of my theology classes of everyone is a theologian, right? And it's a point that people make, like,
Yeah, everyone has their own theology, yeah.
yeah, I get that. But like to say everybody is a theologian, something that Billy Graham said constantly, I disagree with. Because and they made this point where it's like if you have the slightest like deep thought about God, that's theology. I'm like, no, it's not, dude. That's a thought about God. That's not studying God. That's not the study of God. That's what theology is, and completely understanding that and going to it with an academic point of view is what theology is. Oh my gosh. You freaking hit it into me.
Well, it was in otherwise.
No, it wasn't. It was out.
No, that was definitely in.
No, you hit it out. You saved it.
Oh, yeah, I know that, but... You got that. They're just goaltending as soon as they're up.
I know it. Yeah, how did I not hit him?
I have no boost. That's one.
Oh my gosh, he almost hit me into it.
You got that. No boost. What the heck? Alright. I was going for the demo.
Mm.
Go, 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 go.
I can't.
I can't.
These guys are annoying. Is this comp?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, they both missed! That's not on the ground!
We're gonna rematch, buddy. I'm gonna add them. Let's see if they. Oh, never mind.
No, they left. They were just saying that. I played terribly.
Um, what were you saying about? I forgot the word. Suffering.
The Odyssey.
Yeah. So, you said you wrote something on it, or
Yeah, I wrote
online?
a 15-page paper on it as my final for last semester.
So what did you write about?
I just wrote about like what people think about it, like not my stance, because I mean I just think that we can never really understand why. Like it's an unanswerable question, and my teacher didn't like that. um but it's true. It's an unanswerable question. Like there is no answer we can come to. And
Go go go.
there's no answer anyone really has that's better or worse than anyone else, because I mean they're all pretty
Oh, my
much
bad.
the same.
Yeah.
They're
I do think like the best response to that is literally just Romans 8:18.
yeah, uh but some people don't really think that's good enough. And
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, for sure.
I can see why, because like I mean, it does play a big role in life. Like it's one of the three main things that every single person does, which is live, suffer, and die. And uh the Bible doesn't really talk about that aspect very much in a better light than what we get in stuff like Job and Romans 8:18, um to the point where like we actually fully understand what's going on, right? And that's pretty much what the topic is. Wow, nice shot.
I can't.
That's basically what the topic is trying to say. Um and I just brought up like what non-Christians think about suffering, what that means to them. I brought up Albert Camus' point about how the entirety of life is chaotic, right? And there is no controlling it. And that's how he comes to the point that God doesn't exist, right? And it's
Bro hasn't read Ecclesiastes.
uh I think is I am pretty sure. Oh no, that was Nietzsche. Um I was going to say I think he was a PK, but his
Pastor's kid.
that was another that was a different philosopher. Um
A different atheist philosopher.
yeah, Nietzsche. He wrote God's Dead. Um and we killed him.
Oh, I watched God's Not Dead.
That's not the same thing. Um which is another person I actually talked about in that essay. Um like cuz the biggest question that people have towards God, and that Alex
Go
O'Connor
for it.
touched on as well. Nice shot. Wow. Is that suffering is not the thing that like really brings people to God, you know? It's the biggest
Yeah.
concern that people have towards the belief of God. And I mean, he is right that suffering does definitely push down that omnibenevolence. And I think that's coming from a perspective of Jesus though. Like people don't really read the Old Testament, you know? And
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's an important
Alex
very
O'Connor. He. You probably saw it in his debate with Cliff and stuff, but like he loves the Old Testament, like genocide and stuff.
yeah.
Well, he
Um
doesn't love that, but like, he loves talking about it.
yeah. No freaking way.
Go for it.
Oh, I missed it.
I suck. they got a shot.
Yeah, that's it. Um, yeah, and I think it's very important to understand that God's not just love. Like, yeah, it says God's love in the Bible, but he can't just be love. He's also wrath. He's also vengeance. He's also justice. He's also creative. He's also if he's not everything that is the characteristics of God, then he's not God. He's a concept. And
Yeah.
people don't get that when talking about suffering, like from a layman's point of view, not a theological point of view, because that actually is taken into account very thoroughly in most theodicy arguments. And I think it's really cool that he's actually pointing out like the genocide and stuff, because it's important to understand the context for that and why and the intention behind it, as well as that it was done by God, because that is a huge thing to understand when talking about theodicy and theology, period. Because that is a characteristic of God. He's not this all loving Care Bear. He's
And like even going back to Job, like who are you? Like
yeah. And then that whole thing about the who are you statement, right? The who are you dialogue is very important to the character of God. He is so far over the ideas that you have him out to be. And I think that's one reason why theodicy is such a big deal as well.
Oh, that's it.
Because of that reason, like, yeah, you're not God. You can't understand God. You can't be God ever. And that's where a lot of people who are wanting to be Christians, or who are not wanting to be Christians, who are deconstructing and who are looking
they
for
want
that
to understand everything.
View. Yeah, they want to think about it logically, but God's not a logical being. Let's put it that way. He's not a worldly logical being. He is a biblical logical being. Everything that he does is for
I'd even go as
reason.
far as like we're not even logical beings.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like why were we created in the first place? What was the point? So I've heard a couple answers, and I think one of the answers is actually probably the best, but I'm going to do that one second. The first one is to worship God, which is automatically putting him above us. And then the second one is to
for our purpose.
Yeah, like why people were made. Like
yeah.
I've heard that one. The who are you statement, from a Calvinist point of view, it's to make Jesus have a plan for us and to save us, which automatically puts God above us. Everything that we were created for is to be lesser than God, because he is our superior. Sure. And
redemption, all of that.
And if we look at it from a theological point of view, we'll take Calvin, for example. We're all predestined and we're all deprived. So two things that automatically make us less than God is the action that we were made and Jesus was already in the mind of God. And two, is that we're worse off and we have no good inside us whatsoever. So having that explanation that Calvin brings to the table is so far above what any person thinks about in this world. Because like in our world, everybody has value, every single person, and every single person has something to offer. And most people are inherently good. That's why morality exists. But that's not true. If we take Calvin's ideas as fact that we are totally deprived, yes, we are all depraved. we are all consistently awful people, no matter what, because we
Oh,
don't
what a
have
shot.
that. We don't have that thing that makes us whole from the beginning. Um, we do have some elements of God still in us from the original creation, like morality, because if morality, he went through the ball. If morality is like a real thing, then it has to have a constant. There can't be a fluctuating path to morality. Otherwise, that's just opinion and not
Oh yeah. That's one
fact.
of the things Alex like talks about all the freaking time. He's like, "Oh yeah, like he's very like he definitely says, yeah, I'm definitely subjective more like he says
I don't even know how I hit it like that. What the crap?
like he says that uh
Did you facepalm?
yeah. Uh uh you got that. I don't remember. He says that saying rape is wrong from an atheist point of view is just as meaningful as saying 1 + 1 is equal to 3.
What?
From an atheist, like, because like there's no like, well, remember this is because he was saying that the language that we use to describe math is he believes it's subjective.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was in the same debate with Frank Turk. I could be quoting him wrong, so chat, uh, correct me if I'm wrong. uh, but yeah, it was something like that. And plus, he was younger then, so he might not believe that exact. If he did say that, he might not even agree with that statement anymore. This guy's good.
Yeah. He just stole my boost.
You got that? Whoa, weird pinch. I got bumped. Weird
I
hit.
have no boost.
He's going for demo.
Yeah, I'm actually glad he did that because now I have boost.
I definitely hit that back end. You don't beat him.
Yeah, I was
I
just
beat him.
taking his boost.
Bumping. Take the boost. I have no
Let's see.
boost.
Let's see.
Though.
Let's see.
You got that? Go for it again.
Got it.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't grab boost.
Did I take that from you by accident?
No, you didn't.
You got that?
Come back.
I got that. All right, you got that.
Okay.
If you can mess them up, I'll focus on defense.
I went back. Nice.
I got that.
Take it. He bumped me.
Go.
I missed. He bumped me in the air.
Get
I
your
don't know if
boost.
that was after.
All you.
That's I can't. Nice.
I have no boost.
We're locking in for a second, chat. Hold on. We'll get back to the to the topic.
There we go.
Mid.
Going back. I have no boost. I have 20 boosts.
Okay.
Gigi. All right. What were we talking about?
Are
Are we still on suffering?
No, we were on.
Here, let me pull
we
up
were
one
on,
of his other things.
We were
really
on
quick.
rape at that point.
Oh yeah, yeah, but I'm not quite sure if that was exactly what. I mean, I know you talked about that, but in terms of moral subjectivity, Jubilee. Alex O'Connor. I'll get the second thing that he talked about. There's this one guy on there who used like this really weird word. Suffering makes likely. Why don't they have chapters? Alright, so the second thing was God commands genocide in the Bible.
Yeah.
That's your response.
I mean, yeah, that's true. He does.
I'd
I
agree
mean,
with that.
it's not really a debate topic. That's just truth. I mean, going back to what I was talking about with his characteristics, he is wrath. He is justice. He is
Now,
judgment.
his third one is there is insufficient evidence to believe in the resurrection.
I kind of I see where he's coming from that. I get what cuz I saw the thing about how he was talking about how every single person would have written about that. And I do get where he's coming from in that. I don't really have an answer to that cuz I'm not that type of theologian. That's not my area of study. I'm an Old Testament theologian, like that's my pathway. So I don't have an answer for that just because like I haven't studied on that. But I do believe in the resurrection, and I do believe that is
he has this clip where like it literally sounds like he's about to cry. He says he's talking about like like evidence for the resurrection and stuff, and he's like, all right, well, if we did have this figure that died and came back to life, then people would be willing to die for him, and we see that's the case. I don't know if I can find it. I don't remember if it was on Instagram or YouTube. But if I find it, I'll send it to you. But it was like like literally, it sounded like if you didn't know who he was, you'd think he was Christian.
Yeah.
Because he didn't say anything against the idea in that clip.
Yeah, I mean I get where he's coming from in like the written accounts. I do understand that. But
Yeah, I never heard. I didn't know. I didn't watch that part, so I didn't know what part of the evidence or what lack of evidence he was talking about.
yeah, he was basically talking about how every single person around the time that this happened would have written about it if this was true. Because, like, we have accounts of Pompeii and its death, even though it was an island, like 500 miles off the land, like off of land, and it barely had any people going in and out of it. But we still heard about
You gotta hit that.
we still heard about the destruction of Pompeii because we have written accounts from trusted sources at the time. And with the resurrection, we don't. And I do agree.
Do we like have no evidence that Romans would have been destroying all sources?
No, but we can't say that for sure.
I know we can't say that.
Like,
but, like
that's not a
there's
valid
no way...
argument because there's no authenticity with that. That's just speculation, right? And
Because obviously he said that he's the king of the Jews and stuff, and then I don't know. That's the only thing I think about as a response.
That was a nice hit. That was a really nice hit.
So obviously, right after the death of Jesus, people were getting persecuted all the time. Maybe people didn't want to write about it because they were scared of being killed.
Well, the thing is, there's lack of evidence with that as well. Because we have other gospels at the time of this happening.
Yeah, like the Gospel of Thomas. And,
Yeah. And so that destroys that point because yeah, people would have wanted to write about it just to get popular with the canon of scripture. So if we look at it with the ideal of
well, like no, but like what I'm saying is those people were probably people. Well, I can't say that because we don't know that for sure. But his point, correct me if I'm wrong, is mainly people that were not of the were not claiming to be of the Christian faith or anything would have been writing about this resurrection, right?
yeah, yeah,
So obviously the Gospels are trying to make a theological those false Gospels are trying to make a theological point, like Gospel of Thomas or Gospel of Mary, or I don't remember the other one, but
yeah.
there's a few more.
I get you.
Uh, so like, yeah, I don't know, but because like I don't know, were most people that were able to read and write then in government? I don't know.
Well, so
I know there were
especially
obviously some that weren't, but
in Jewish history, every single person could read or write. Um, not
Jews wouldn't
with
want to write about that.
yeah. Jewish people would not have wanted to write about that because they thought he was a person of. So at this time, we have to think about it. At this
Heck?
time, every single person of like basic financial status, like the Jewish people, except for people like the homeless, were able to get education because it was required, right? Um, like
Safe.
the Jewish children were required to have read at least the Torah, right?
I could.
And because that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
what they were taught. But people like the priests were had to they had to memorize the Torah, my bad. Um they had to memorize the entire Torah by the time that they were like 12, I think it was. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Um and
Torah
then
as in the first 5 books.
yeah,
I
the
know sometimes
Pentateuch.
Torah can be used to just describe the Old Testament, so I wasn't sure.
No, that would be the Tanakh. So that's Torah, Nevi'im, Ketuvim. Those are
Yeah.
the three sections of the Old Testament, right?
Netuvim, the prophets, the minor prophets.
So major and minor prophets are in the Nevi'im because that would be considered history, right? Uh,
What a butthole.
and then stuff like Psalms would be in the Ketuvim because that was poetry. Um,
Okay, Ketuvim is poetry.
yeah. And even so, surprisingly to Protestants, um,
Actually, I'm gonna cancel real quick. I'm listening. So.
there was a change. So, First and Second Samuel would be counted as a prophet, right? Those would be the former prophets, and like
Yeah.
so with that and like Jeremiah and stuff like that, that would be former and latter prophets together, which would be in the Nevi'im, or the history part. I'm pretty sure. It's been a second since I've studied that.
Dang, you got 100 ping. Why do we have such high ping? I normally have like 20. Were you saying something?
I was just kind of looking for something, but Yeah, I mean, like those portions were memorized by the like the priests in the synagogues. So every single person in that time frame had to, or not every single, but the majority of people had to have some reading and writing knowledge, at least basics, especially in the Jewish culture,
Yeah.
especially in Rome too. They would have been well read, well versed in most things. Um, and like obviously people like Nero and Pilate, they would definitely have
The heck?
been able to read.
Oh yeah, for sure. And right.
Yeah.
Open that. Pass it.
That was actually something that I set out to study in high school because I was confused on like why Moses would have written all that and how he would have. But looking back at it, most of the books are written by royalty. If we look at the actual like authors of the Old Testament, they were either written by royalty or people under the influence of royalty who would have reading and
And
writing
Moses
knowledge.
was raised as royalty, so
Yeah, so he would have known how to read and write. He was also raised Jewish and was with Aaron
he was raised by his actual mother. Yeah.
for years, so he would have an understanding of the Jewish language. The
Does it actually say like that he knew that he was being like his caretaker was his actual mother?
I don't remember.
I know it just says.
I
I
thought it
know
was
it tells us
I thought
though.
it was oh, his sister found him again, and yeah. I don't remember. I'll have to reread that.
I mean, we could probably ask Tuye. He wrote a whole book on the life of Moses.
Did he? I didn't even
Yeah,
realize. I didn't buy the book.
me either.
I bought his poem book and I didn't really like it, honestly. I read a couple of them, but like, really, too, yay, 200 pages. Come on.
Yeah, bro, you don't even have a girlfriend. How's this supposed to be accurate?
We all know your ex got impregnated by someone else, so you're fine.
Oh no. Can you get back?
Nope.
Yeah. It's one of those conversations where we'd be parkouring around our house in Minecraft.
Yeah,
What a say.
or just doing parkour on the parkour map.
On Reddit,
Yeah, the Reddit post parkour.
playing Subway Surfers, you know.
I downloaded that entire video just in case I ever had anything that I wanted to talk about,
Wait,
like
what video?
the Minecraft parkour.
What? I'm confused.
That Minecraft parkour video that all the Redditors use.
Oh. What a save! How was he back?
What a shot. Nice shot.
I didn't think he was back in a million years. Dude, I hate people that don't say thanks.
I hate people.
By the way, chat, hate just means to love less. We're staying Christian over here.
That means I love myself less because we have to love our neighbors as ourselves. So
I hate myself. He's there. What was that? How did he recover?
is he backwards?
He's not playing backwards.
I thought he was backwards in that instance, though. Ooh, that was a good shot.
Could have been a little faster, but it worked.
My bad.
I got that. Hopefully. That sucked. Oh, I didn't hit the ceiling though. That was good. You got that? Pass both?
There's no way I don't hit him.
What did it say? Nice.
I had to make sure he didn't hit it.
Yeah. Good hesitance. You got that? You beat him.
Oh my goodness.
We can just defend at this point. We're up, so. I'll go for that. I miss.
Thank God.
I have no boost. Alright, recovered. 12 boosts. 24 boosts.
How did you miss that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what my thought process was.
What?
I flipped to the right instead of the left. I don't know why I did. No one's back, but they don't have a shot right now. All you.
That's in.
Alright, chat, we got a lock in right here. You got that? It's in.
Wow.
Can you get that? Might be in. I'm not sure.
That's all you. I'm so messed up.
I was messed up a
Stole
little too.
his boost.
Going back left, back right at me.
That's you. I tried to bump
He's
him.
right behind it. Oh, he missed. Go. No boost. Demoed.
It's coming straight back.
left.
Ah.
I'm going back. Go for it.
That's going straight in. Nice. See you.
Ah. Past him? Ah.
Nice shot.
Like that, chat?
GG.
Watch this. Barely got the demo. And the shot.
I got it.
Nice.
He was unranked.
Yeah, not at all. Was gonna ask if you could see him, but you're on PC now.
765. Oh no, he was on Xbox. They were both on Xbox.
I switched our region to US East, and we both have half ping than what we had before. So
What did
we have
before?
you had 100 and I had 80. And now we have 40 or 50.
PlayStation and Xbox on these. it's coming back.
Nice. Again? Oh.
Oh! That would
Almost
have been
got him.
so cool!
Got that again. Whoa, that was fast. I suck. I literally suck. They literally suck. No boosts.
Thanks for
All
the
you.
pinch. I have no boost.
You got boosts. Yeah, I see. He's got that. Mid boost. Behind you. I'm waiting. Of course.
You did not hit that good at all.
I didn't. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't get any power. Should have squished it, you know.
Yeah.
Because I can do that, you know.
Yeah. Oh my god! I squished it!
That was so funny.
I wish I had recorded that.
I got the demo. 100%.
What's up?
I don't know if you're getting beat or not.
Nope. See? I hate the sound of his boost. Oh, nice hit. Got him.
Huh? I demoed him. I have no idea why. I didn't, but... What are these saves? Like, they're shooting it back at us in the most weird places. Okay. Guys, that's what pressure does. You can watch this right here. Oh, I took boost. Taking mid boost. Can you get that? Nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
That was a good shot.
What is that, a quadruple tap?
Something like that.
Oh, you. Open that.
What a
What a save.
save. I did not think he was back.
Oh, you're not there.
He's voice crack.
Thank you. You got that? Open that. Probably not for long.
No. He gets boost and then he goes back like he goes instantly up, which is so weird.
You can go for that. Weird. I'm glad it wasn't mid. Open.
Oh my god.
Save. Is that in? Nice. Thanks.
He handed it to me on a platter.
You got that.
That's in.
Nice. He doesn't get back for that, though.
That was a good kickoff. Boom.
Oh, you didn't even touch it.
Nope. Yawn. Dang, I had double your score.
What's your
Div 3.
what's your other class? No. You're taking Theo 1 and what?
Foundations of Ministry. It's basically just, are you being a good little Christian? And then we have to give an accountability report every week, which is
What's your degree in?
it'll be, so I mean, I've got a bachelor's of theological studies. That's what it's classified under. The degree name is like multidisciplinary studies, but it's classified under theology.
I wasn't so like for instance Blake, his degree is in like Baptist something. I don't know. He says that's the
Baptist
only
seminary.
degree you can get really as for a pastoral degree.
Yeah. You can get stuff like an MDiv, which is a Master's of Divinity. That's what most people who go into biblical studies as a pastor do, if they want their master's. But yeah, it's dang. I don't like how these guys play.
Dang it.
I shot. That was really fast. Wow, I got the redirect.
Johnny B. Soft Hands.
85. That was as fast as our pinch.
Yeah. Do you like psycho it? He faked the crap out of me.
You would have saved that too.
I don't think I would have. I wasn't far enough in front of the ball.
Oh no, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, it was still going now. If I flipped, maybe, but. Oh,
Why is every shot a freaking goal? There are only he's Diamond 1 Div 3.
I mean, I'm Div 4, so.
You are? This is your rank
Yeah.
game?
No, I just dived up to Div 4.
That's free if you can get there. Wow. Yeah, this guy's getting carried by Kruski.
Go. Open, basically.
I
If
missed.
you get that demo.
Oh, I got it!
Still got it.
I don't know how I didn't kill him. Did you see that crap?
Yeah. I can't.
He made it. Wow. I did not think he got that.
Low boost.
Let's see.
Oh, I definitely thought you were there.
These guys just don't seem to make too many mistakes. Is that in?
Oh my gosh, I hate myself. By the way, chat. Ah! Bumped!
Oh, got it! Wow. I was hoping you would hit it there.
I didn't have any boosts, and I tried.
Go back.
Waiting. He doesn't have that.
Oh my god, what a save. That's you.
Took a boost. Are you good?
No, he's got that.
Can't.
Let's Stole his mid boost. Ah, dang it.
Bumped. Can you get that? I got bumped.
Oh my god. I think that's in. Yeah, that is. Nice shot.
What? This Krusky's insane.
Yeah.
Not in. What a save. I hit that. I literally hit that. Open.
Oh my god.
Dude, they don't like let you
I'm
do
I'm
anything.
gonna lose it, dude.
Nice.
God.
They are
dude.
so locked in.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
You can tell they haven't lost a game today with how they're playing. 2.
No way.
Nice shot. Oh, thank you. We got the high five on him. we got 40 seconds to get 2 goals. 3 goals.
Go. Oh, I think we're gonna let that hit the ground and pop it.
No, I didn't have any boost.
Oh my gosh, why am I so awkward?
Okay. See you.
He beat me. Can you pass that?
Oh my god, stupid wave dash on the wall.
I can't.
What a hit.
I We're still up a game, so you wanna hop on Terraria or Minecraft or something?
Let's play some Minecraft.
Here, I'm gonna see if one of those morph mods that I found works.